might want to sit down for this.
But you're an actor. Why didn't you go to any TIFF events? You're not networking?
No, Mom, I didn't network.
You're not taking your career into your own hands?
No.
What about you, X? Did you go to any TIFF events?
No, I don't know TIFF. I don't know who that is. Like
Toronto. You know what's crazy? I had two friends here from out of town, and they kept trying to link me. These stories are nuts. I had two friends from out of town. They kept trying to link me, and she was like, "Yo, can we go here? Can we go here? Can we go to this restaurant?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Yo, like, it's gonna be very hard for you to get in places because of TIFF." And I said it like three times.
Yeah.
And then by the third time, she's got totally frustrated. What are you talking about? What is TIFF? So I had to tell her, like, this Toronto International Film Festival is one of the largest in the world.
It is.
So a lot of actors are in town, and so they're going to all their favorite spots, all the great ones. So you're not just gonna be able to saunter in there as an attractive 20-something and get a table.
No.
And she was offended by this.
Not that time.
Sorry, that's how it is. That's
just
one
not
of the
what time it
times.
is.
Yeah, but I tell you what time it is. It's you might want to sit down for this episode
94?
94.
Yo.
94. We're almost at the hundo.
Ooh, $100 bill.
94 was the year Jordan did something.
I'm sure.
Wait, what
you know
did
how
he do?
90s basketball fans are, hey, yo, 94. I know Jordan. I think that might have been the year he retired. No, hold on.
No. It was
I don't know what he.
No, he won in 94. 94, 95, he was out the league.
Was that when he was in baseball?
Yeah, actually, he's not in it. He's not even in this. Nas is in this. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, Nas, that's good.
Nas
That's
is
a good conversation to start. Let's there's been a lot of things, that have gone on here and there, this and that and the third. But music,
Thug's
something.
interview.
Yeah. The Thug interview. Yeah, yeah, we can
Hold on, Mia Culpa. I know you have a shoulder. I just want to.
No.
I apologize to you.
Okay. Oh, did you? Okay, let's see.
I apologize to you.
You read a comment?
Cardi's pregnant.
Oh yeah,
she is, and we will definitely. Yeah.
And you called that boy like 2 months ago.
Yeah, and because that's what I just know what my eyes say, and I mean, from what women have said, so I tend to, believe women. So I mean,
wow, I'm shocked. No, I for one am shocked by
the revelation.
Did you believe it?
Wait,
what's wrong with me?
Did I believe which part?
Like, are you okay with Cardi being pregnant? Are you okay with it?
I whatever women's body's their choice.
And not only that, but I was also told to stay out of women's business as well.
Where?
No. But it's a juxtaposition that I don't know if I can quantify, because like I'm covering and talking about women's hip hop, and you guys are telling me to stay out of women's business. I don't know.
Yeah, yo, I think people misunderstood his Meg comments, so people were getting real upset, bro.
Yeah. But misunderstanding does happen, and
especially in 2025.
People live to be misunderstood.
I just can't believe Stefan got her pregnant. Like, okay.
I mean, she as long as she's cool with it, because she was on what, Gayle. She was on the Gayle.
She broke us on some real.
She was okay.
High level
revelatory.
Interview.
Because her album dropping soon, yeah.
She September 20th in a couple
supposed to be this week.
Couple of days. I will say this though, and this off the heels of our Cardinal B earlier conversations, it's almost like after that episode, she started turning up, doing a lot of promotion and a lot of things and what she did was
starting with a court case.
Yeah. Off the heels of that, what ended up happening was she used the story of her and Atlantic being at odds into her marketing campaign. She started saying, they're telling me like I gotta, find a budget, I gotta go and promote. So she was doing a lot of things that were very specific to New York, like how they have, the albums and stuff selling on a mat in the middle, on the side of the street with the sage and all these things. Like, she leaned into a lot of those things. And to be honest with you, a lot of people that didn't know that she was really releasing an album, because, and maybe we'll talk about it a little bit, but hip hop in general, well, music in general is in a very interesting place, in an algorithmic hell, I think is the best way to describe it. But hip hop specifically is in this place where if you don't make enough noise in the promotion of it,
nobody's going for your stuff.
And not because they don't even, and not even because they don't like it, because they just don't know.
I felt that when Cardi was telling Gayle, like, how are you and Stefan together? And Cardi says, yo, we are both some of the best in the world at what we do. I don't disagree. Once you're making money, generational wealth money off what you're doing, you're at the top level. But obviously Cardi's talking about other professional musicians and saying, yo, I'm at the top level of what I do.
Yes, yeah.
And I don't know, I was just sitting with the idea, and I'm not even saying she's wrong about that.
Right.
But I was just sitting with the idea that an artist can say that with one album out in today's
Climate,
marketplace.
Yeah.
Because Cardi has done a good job of staying in pop culture. She has done a good job of staying on everybody's lips.
Yep.
She's done her features. Cardi's definitely an artist. I'm not robbing her of that.
Correct.
But has there ever been a time in the history of music where somebody could have one album out and claim they're at the top echelon of their field? That's interesting to me.
Well, OShauN, what do you think about that? Because I feel like you're marinating. I feel like has that happened? Has that happened before? And the other part, while you marinate on that, is that she would say, "Well, I don't only have one album. I have 3, right? Because her 2 mixtapes."
Yeah,
and one of them was heavily promoted.
True, because that's where Bodak Yellow's from, right?
Yes,
Bodak Yellow from a mixtape.
Yes.
I don't want to rob her of that opportunity. I don't think Drake running around saying Comeback Season is an album though.
But they
do it with So Far Gone.
They do.
But I would feel like Cardi's equivalent. They do it with So Far Gone, but Cardi's mixtape with Bodak Yellow on it, I felt had that type of industry adjacent energy like So Far Gone. Granted, nothing to me in the history of music is like So Far Gone. That thing was an album. Nobody says. In terms of the money that went into making that a project. Well, but Drake don't say that about Comeback Season or Room for Improvement.
Right. Well, because so
they say that for Kendrick, Section 80.
Section 80.
And
Section 80 feels like an album though.
but hold up. But not even just Section 80, but Overly Dedicated and Kendrick Lamar LP, I think feel like that too.
But they don't
not as much as Section 80.
They don't talk about
it. No, but it's doing this. It's like it starts with a certain level because
bodies of work.
See, when you think about mixtape,
because where's Chance Acid Rap, right? Acid Rap mixtape.
But then he had 10 Days, which is what started off that acid rap.
And I call those albums.
Because you know what it is? When you talk about mixtape versus albums, the initial and original way to differentiate was just original production versus.
Yeah. That's where I came from. So if you're doing covers and remixes, mixtape.
I promise you, mixtape and album is one of the worst conversations I hate in music today, in hip hop.
Because that's why So Far Gone to me was an album. There's so much.
It's the number one most annoying shit.
So what is it to you?
They're just fucking projects.
I love you.
But because projects is the answer
it's
to
projects.
the mixtape.
I don't want to hear mixtape or album. It's just a project. My new project is it, or my new body of work. Mixtape is a body of work too. Like unless you're using other people's production,
jacking for beats type shit. Yeah,
I'll give you the mixtape.
As much as I love Drake, I don't understand what the whole playlist thing was either.
No, their bodies of work, all of it. Yeah, playlist, mixtape, album. No, bodies of work.
I mean, More Life's not an album. I'm like, it's not.
But to answer your question,
I hate that.
Yeah, no,
for Cardi B,
for Cardi B, she had Gangsta Bitch Music Volume 1 and Gangsta Bitch Music Volume 2. Then she had something called Underestimated the Album. But I bet some
of those beats were not original beats.
Bro, some of them projects came out when she was on Love and Hip Hop.
Yeah, some of those beats were not original.
Yeah. Gangsta Bitch Music Volume 2 had the Lick song with Offset.
Okay.
She had that song with Hood Celebrity, a song with Casanova. You know what? Bodak Yellow, I think, was on her first album. It wasn't on any of these mixtapes.
Is that true?
Wait. Wait. But it came out way before that album.
Yes, because there was a time period where that song was
that
out.
Like a single? And then they albumed it? Maybe is that what got her the deal? And they said, let's put this on?
Wow. That is the way in which they look at it.
Again, let me be clear. Cardi has great music. I'm more so just talking about, you're a musician.
Yeah.
Bodies of work should carry. I'm all over the place on a tangent. I'll let you bring us back. But I was thinking about, I was watching the Tim Westwood interview with Ed Sheeran the other day.
Westwood.
And they're walking around. I think it was Tim Westwood. Was it Tim? Yeah, it was Tim Westwood.
Okay.
And they're walking around this beautiful farm. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, Ed Sheeran has a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
But it also comes from me knowing Ed Sheeran has projects, bro.
Yeah.
Like he has musicians can do other things and they make other money, but the core thing is, you've given us music.
Yeah.
And I feel like with Cardi's a superstar. She's an A-level artist, A-level everything. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And my thing is like, man, I just wish you gave us more music.
Well, she's about to, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, like and the thing is, I know we joked about it that, right, she had the 8-year gap, but it's not too late. It's just that Cardi B has came into the game in the music.
Never too late.
Wait, what song is that?
JoJo.
JoJo. I love JoJo.
It is JoJo.
Yeah.
Shout out all the Joes.
Right. Joey Crack, Joe.
Joey Crack, Joey Badass.
And I want to know what turns you on.
Joe Biden. Joey Bats.
Right.
That's Batista. In case
right. Sorry, what was I saying? You guys made me
it's never too late. And
yeah. It's like, yes, she had her 8-year whatever, but it's like, Cardi B came in the game in a very interesting. What?
No, she didn't. She came in the game not as an artist.
She's a personality for
sure. Which we talked about as well. But not only that, but she came in the game in a time period where the landscape of music consumption was changing, because she came in the game in 2016. 2016 is like the beginning peak time of streaming, and when streaming finally took over that 2010s, yeah, exactly, where people were strictly consuming music for the purpose of not purchasing it and just saving it to their playlist. So and that actually ties into your other conversation about when Drake and that side started calling things playlists, because the concept of making an album and putting all your work into this body of work that people aren't even gonna necessarily receive that way almost feels redundant. It's almost like what is the actual point of doing it this way if people aren't gonna receive it that way? Now, of course, there's a lot of artists that are true to the art and true to the form and are gonna do that regardless if one person or 100 people or 1 million people listen to it. But there is this thing where it's like trickle releases, waterfall releases, where you just release bits of records. Because as much as you say Cardi, doesn't have a lot of albums, but she went on quite a bit of features.
No,
during that time.
I'm not
you understand what I'm
against
saying?
her feature run. Like, for example, there's artists,
but you have to include that
from the 2010s, particularly, that I think we know. I credit Drake with that. Drake would have an album, and then the year he didn't have an album, he would always be on the hottest feature of the summer. It's a tactic. I'm not against it being a tactic.
But
Cardi's done a phenomenal job that she's 8 years between albums, and there's nothing we can say about it. Nobody is not waiting for her to come out. How many artists could take an 8-year break and come back just as hot? Not many. This is a success to her. I'm allowed, though, to come through that and say, I wish Cardi gave us a bit more music.
No one's denying
No,
that.
you can, but it's just like, because she is someone who has the desire to still make music, I feel like that opportunity is not lost yet. You know what I mean? But and once again, it's unfortunate that we have to judge music on strictly the commercial success of it, even though I think there's more layers to it. Like, you selling a lot is not the only metric of looking at a piece of work. Like, it also has to just sound good. It has to, it has to be put together well, because, okay, if it didn't do commercially well, that means it's not good. But then something that does commercially well, does that mean that was good? I mean, does it? I mean, does it?
Maybe, because if it's commercially successful, something there has to sound good.
Yeah.
There's no way that it's not gonna, and that's why with the streaming numbers, you got to look at second week and third week and how that plays out. Because there could be the big blast of people initially jumping on a record or jumping to listen because there's been a hiatus, or they're anticipating what that person is. But just like movies that you want to watch, if the first week is crazy and then the next week it says a 90% drop, then maybe the music doesn't sound good. Maybe the movie wasn't as good. But we have to include.
No, I know sales is important. I just think
we have to include that.
And off the heels of that, there was a report that came out by this page, I think Hip Hop Daily or Hip Hop something. It says, and this is about hip hop, obviously. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe to the channel and everything like that. We really appreciate it. I saw the uptick. It says only 4 hip hop songs are charting on today's global Spotify chart. Now you say, why does Spotify matter? Well, because it's the biggest streaming music service. The lowest and the biggest what? Say it.
No.
Oh wait. Oh, okay. Wait. Oh, you're going in that direction.
They're doing stuff that I don't agree with.
I understand. The lowest number in the charts 9-year history. So this 9-year puts it just outside of when Cardi started with her album. On this exact day, 5 years ago, there were 56 rap songs on the chart.
Wonder why.
Well, first of all,
I wonder why.
Well, first of all, what do it's the greatest answer? What do you think about that number, and especially when you compare it to 5 years ago? Like, what do you attribute that?
I wonder what it was 10, 15 years ago too.
Well, 10, 15 years ago, the Spotify wasn't.
I mean, the first. Well. How about 10, 15 years ago in Billboard charts even?
Right. Well, the thing with Billboard charts is they're amalgamating a lot of different data, right? Like radio, streaming, album sales, this and that. But with this,
radio.
Right. But with this Spotify chart, this is strictly just streams and consumption on that level. So what do you feel like is the change? And while you think about that, the 4 songs, the hip hop songs that are on the chart right now of the 200 is Timeless, The Weeknd and Playboi Carti.
Also, they call that a rap song?
Because if they don't count that,
then hip hop, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it can be, yes.
Right. No Pole, which is what's his name? Don Toliver.
So that's like R&B, isn't it?
Yeah, but 2023. The next song is "It's Been a Long Day Without You, My Friend."
Oh my god! Yeah, that song. Yeah,
right. Because that song is going to continue streaming, and then the fourth one, which is very interesting. All of the Stars. No 2025 releases at all.
Wait, All of the Stars, like Kendrick.
Yes.
In the last 5 years, and
those are the 4 songs that are on the global Spotify 200 charts for the most popular songs. Yes, today.
So nothing from 2025 made the list.
No,
or 2024. Well,
one song from 2024.
Timeless is 2024.
One song from 2024. One song from 2023, and then two.
The Lights is 2019 or something.
What, Blinding Lights? All
the Stars.
All the Stars is 2018.
2018. Black Panther.
Pre-pandemic. It's almost like the pandemic.
People are still listening to that today, is what you're saying.
Yes. These are still on the global.
It's not like an all-time top hit number. It's just that now, today, we took a 200 snapshot. This is what people are listening to.
4 songs versus 5 years ago and 56 rap songs being on there.
Today.
Yeah.
5 years ago, 56 rap songs were on there. 5 years later,
4.
Only 4 rap songs. But I don't think rap music has been. I think rap music has gone downhill over the past 5 years, though. I understand.
But why do you? Because I think that's an interesting thing to say.
The quality, the level of output, the rollout, the commitment. I don't think music has gotten better in the past 5 years from a hip hop perspective.
And you think pop has? Or whatever that genre is called?
Yeah, because he's going to mention Benson Boone and Alex Warren again.
Boone and Alex Warren, bro, they are kicking.
Yeah, is this Spotify? I'm about to tell him. Is this on Spotify right now?
Well, if you have Spotify,
what you about to tell me? What you about to tell me? Country's killing it.
I want to see who is on this fucking global list, man.
All right, check it.
The 200 song. But anyway, I mean,
yeah, go ahead.
That's whatever, because I mean,
I bet you number 1 will be a surprise.
But the thing,
surprise.
The thing is, you know what's funny? And one person's comment which is very interesting, and this speaks to something that we kind of alluded to.
The playlist is called what? Top 200?
Just the global 200.
How come I don't see that?
It's the global Spotify charts that represent the 200 most popular songs. Like, it's just.
I don't see that.
What do you mean?
Because I don't see that.
Oh, well, then maybe type it in on ChatGPT then. But you know what's funny about 2025 and there only being 4 songs? Do you know what's funny about that?
What is funny about that?
That this is what they called the dot era.
What's that?
What do you this time period?
Who's the they?
Elliot Wilson.
You guys are getting me mad.
All the blogs, they all said that this is Kendrick's
all
time.
Blogs are still around?
When I say blogs, that means podcasts, that means Instagram pages, that means Twitter pages.
Academics said that?
Oh, you're going to point to the one person that hates Kendrick. Oh, well, congratulations then.
The Button podcast said that? That's the dot era now?
I'm pretty sure if you said it's the dot era, they would agree.
I don't know.
You want to get Parks on the phone? Get someone from the Joe Budden podcast.
Because there's an era. This is an era.
Yes. When Kendrick Lamar went on,
I'll tell you, this is the get Kendrick. This is get the award. This is Kendrick getting awards era. I could give you that.
Tell me more.
Well, he's been cleaning up awards. I mean, I just found we're not. I don't want to move on too fast, but he just even won an Emmy for.
It's not too fast.
He just won an Emmy for his Super Bowl performance. So that's another award.
You won an Emmy for that?
Dot era. But my point is that isn't it interesting that an era in where there's so much negative things to say. You just talked about how you feel like hip hop is at its worst that it's ever been in life and in history of your entire existence. And we're talking about 4 songs. Some of them you wouldn't even consider hip hop being on a global Spotify consumption chart. And this is the era in which it's considered the dot era. And fine, if you don't want to believe in the words dot era, then at least believe in the concept of
the dot era.
We got Drake out of here. We have moved on from Drake. We're tired of Drake. And we are now in the era of Kendrick Lamar going on 2 or 3 Playboy Cardi songs on that music album. Kendrick doing these features, the GNX album, the song, the Luther song being on radio every second of the day. Like,
sorry, is Nokia a hip hop song?
Of course.
Of course it's going to be.
I see. And it's not in the top 200 globally?
I can't find this list.
Of consumption. We're talking about consumption of the top.
Okay,
right?
fine. Kendrick, Drake is number 10 on. If you want to just, Drake is number 10 on Spotify. Most listening artists.
I'll tell you this.
And Kendrick is number 14.
Okay, so you want to talk about another thing about Drake and Kendrick, which we've landed in unironically, is that there's a bunch of pages that are online right now that are keeping track of Kendrick Lamar's monthly Spotify listeners.
I know,
and
they're fans too.
The fans
that are doing that. There's
fans of
music fans that are
yes, fans because they care about the numbers.
That are very, very into the business of music.
Yeah, they care about the numbers extremely
more than the actual songs themselves.
If the clips of us talking about this had more numbers, I would respond. I just don't have the energy today.
That's fine. That's fine. Just care about
and
I'm a corporate shell.
So there are pages that are keeping track of the Spotify monthly listener free falling. You know that song? Yeah. They're tracking how his monthly listeners have plummeted.
Bro, because wasn't nobody listening to that shit?
No. Hold on. But here's the thing.
What?
Here's the thing. Right? Because when it was first happening, right? My first thing is, okay, we're in music. We know how it works. Monthly listeners is based on a rolling 31-day snapshot of how much people have listened or played your song once within that time frame, right? So the argument could be is that, of course, it's not as high as it was a year ago because the song that everybody was coming to was not like us. And maybe they're done with it. It's like, it was part of a diss campaign. They listened to it. They enjoyed it. And it's like, okay, now we've moved on. So it's going down. But you would argue that if people have left the Drake consumption train and have moved on to Kendrick Lamar to replace him, the industry has done it. They're remember, I'm saying like they've moved on from Drake. They're like Kendrick is the replacement. Then shouldn't that number not really drop that dramatically? Because they're not like us. Should have converted those people into longstanding fans where they've streamed one of his songs in the last 30 days. So what is being attributed for the free falling?
I know what you're saying, but it almost goes back to what we said before, like from the original time of this Kendrick Drake thing. I don't, and we both said, I don't care if you get 1 or 2 comment guys come and say, no, I'm telling you this, nigga, no. You weren't a Drake fan, and that Lot Like Us came out, and you stopped being a Drake fan and became Kendrick. I don't believe it. I don't care. There might be 1 or 2, but generally, I don't believe y'all.
Yeah.
So, and I don't think that there were a lot of Drake fans, stans, Drake lovers of music.
Yeah.
When that battle happened and that song Not Like Us came out,
they're off of him now.
They're off of him.
They're not.
So when they say this Drake thing is over, I've always been confused about it because I'm like, I didn't see, I watched and looked and saw on different platforms, Instagram, X,
absolutely,
TikTok. I didn't see people constantly talk about how they're not his fan anymore. I didn't see that.
I can't do this.
I can't do it. I've seen that for other artists.
That's the swing thing they tried to make stick. Look again. When you say, "Oh, he's not hip hop," and I think they thought that would be a huge backup. But people don't even care about his legal battle.
They don't care
because it's starting to not matter. Yeah.
The Drake situation I find interesting. I cannot wait for this next album.
Yeah.
Here's what I'll say to that point is this, especially with this whole Iceman rollouts, these multiple videos.
Iceman. Yeah, that's
before you say that.
Yeah.
I just want to say,
sorry, I'm gonna put a 10 out of 10. Yeah.
Okay, but I just want to say, with the music consumption thing and the monthly listeners dropping, Drake's and everybody else on the list was only a tiny little fluctuation of normal. In fact, Drake's even went up. Like nobody's moved. It's like Kendrick's was doing this, and everybody else's was doing this. Like the normal fluctuation. So it's interesting. And then we talk about the conversation about the
because there was people that were introduced to Kendrick through this. Though
let's be honest. Kendrick won.
Yes.
Global. Musical.
Yes.
It was their first time hearing.
So there are people that are gonna continue.
And go back.
What's happening is that people are just like, I don't really like this guy's music, bro. I'm not gonna keep listening to this.
And
I can't get for not like Gus because I was about that,
and it was fun. It was exciting,
super fun, and he just has not done that again.
So okay, before you continue about the Iceman rollout, which is important to get to, so you would say it's probably more about that and not about the allegations of their team using an exuberant amount of body.
Because that box would have fallen off like immediately. The fact that it's taking time, I think it's real people realizing.
And all them use bots. Like, we got to stop that.
Right, but
Young Thug told us that.
Yeah, they all do bots.
You did. Okay.
Told us that.
Iceman rollout. You're very excited for this album.
I'm not saying this negative about Kendrick because I had that where sometimes an artist will release a record and I'm like, yo, I love this record and I'm on it. But when they don't give me something that, and it's me, it's not them. How many kind of whimper away.
How many Kendrick songs have come out since that album?
The GNX album.
GNX album.
I know. Since that album, how much new songs have come out? Features, outside of the tour
and the Clips record.
Yeah,
I think that's all I got.
See, that's a problem,
and that's the thing about today's market. That's today's market.
You can't hand him the crown if you're not gonna.
You gotta be. That's the thing.
Out there. That's one thing that Drake had down pat. He's working all the time. In terms of putting out music. I'm sure these guys are working.
So no, they are working, but that's the point of when you're trying to say, oh, how is Drake gonna fall if he continues to keep himself omnipresent? I don't understand. Like, I'm gonna be on this leak, this track, this leak. I'm gonna get with this new guy. I'm doing my rollout. I'm on the tour, more content, more this, more that. I'm gonna go on this streaming guys thing. I'm not gonna go on this stream. I'm gonna go with the white girl. It's gonna be fun. Like, it's just so much going on with the guys. So how could it fall? How could it falter? New collab with OVO and this, OVO and NFL, OVO and Disney, OVO with F1. Like, it's like so many different things. All at the same damn time.
We have this conversation we talk about in business a lot, or like myself and the team, and also when I was learning, they talk about sequencing. I think I told you guys this, like the way billionaires think. Billionaire companies, they sequence. So everything is on purpose. Every month has a rollout, right? So that's how, for example, why if you think about Disney Plus, Disney announced Disney Plus like 3 years before they launched.
Yes.
And then all the things that have to happen every day.
To get to
launch, and then all the things that happen right after to make sure the launch stays, and then all the things that it's all sequencing. That's what separates massive businesses from businesses sometimes don't fail. It's how far in the future can you plan?
Yeah.
Disney Plus. This is not an ad, but Disney Plus. Reasonable Doubt new season just dropped. Y'all go watch Reasonable Doubt. It's a beautiful show, executive produced by Kerry Washington. It's fucking fire. Reasonable Doubt. She named that first season. Every episode was named after a Drake. I mean, not Drake, a Hove song.
Really?
So Reasonable Doubt, and then I've never.
Okay, I got
Hove music in this. It's
amazing. Okay, thank you.
Especially if you like court stuff and
it's like a law thing.
It's a law. She's a
Kerry Washington.
She's an executive producer. I forget the main.
Who's the actress
name? Okay. I forget her name, but she's
anybody
beautiful.
No,
she's
or just like
she's someone that you've seen before. That's like
character actor getting a shot,
and it's her show, and you're like, oh yeah, she's beautiful. She's amazing. She's great. Yeah.
Okay,
check it out. Reasonable Doubt.
As we lead into this, the sequencing, I think Drake has the best sequencing in the history of hip hop over the past 15 years. I don't want to discredit other people. Drake's
because someone else was in that area too. His name was Ye.
I mean, Ye had amazing sequencing.
Yeah. So
from whatever happened in January to my album dropping in October, none of it was a mistake or accident.
Even if you didn't know it.
I've been on the job every media appearance, every interview, every paparazzi moment, every feature, every artwork dropped, everything.
Every non-press, every non-interview.
Everything.
Like you know what I mean? Like,
it's a work. This whole thing has been a work. Here's now the album.
Think about, guys, you just talked about Disney, the way that they like. Drake was at, what pay-per-view was it at? It was in Toronto anyway, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
With Lil Yachty.
He's here front row and center.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And months later, he's on an interview with Shorty and saying his muse is real ripping. You guys think
it's further. Wait, there's more.
Okay, go ahead.
The new WWE event in Indianapolis, they're using Nokia as the theme
Do we
song.
think is that just random, guys?
And that's the thing I look at, where it's like, I think people, obviously we're all music fans, but when I look at business. At the end of the day, being an artist is,
you learned this from wrestling though, by the way. That whole
the sequencing thing,
like long rollout of like they're planning to.
I didn't learn it from it.
No, not you. No. That's what I mean. I'm saying wrestling is one of those things like in real time that does like
they do it amazing.
Like I was watching Paul Heyman talking about, he was on a podcast talking about how they plan like WrestleManias. He says like
it's a year ahead of time.
He only goes into the meetings when you are talking about 3 years WrestleMania from today.
Wow.
Wow.
If you guys are talking about what's happening on Raw next week and SmackDown 3 weeks from now and something, I'm not there. When we're talking about what we're going to do today that affects 3 years from now, that's when I'm at. Wow. That's where I'm talking. So I'm like, holy fuck. So yeah, this is the thing with Disney.
Sequencing.
Yeah, sequencing.
So I think Drake has had amazing sequencing.
Yeah.
Amazing sequencing.
Yeah.
The Iceman, the name being in the media, it's all on purpose.
Yeah.
So I took some time then to listen to What's the Dirt.
The latest
I
one.
didn't see that, so go ahead.
The breakdown.
He does amazing breakdowns.
3.
First of all, his page is apparently since 2022.
Yeah,
is that true?
Yeah, it's not. It hasn't been
phenomenal commitment to this angle of things.
Okay. Yeah.
If What's the Dirt is right
about some of the stuff,
imagery and about the plotting,
100% right, you mean, or
he needs to be. If he's 80,
exactly.
Bro, he could be 70% right.
And
it's crazy.
About the imagery and about Drake knew this all along. And if you think about when this came out, and he always knew this, and he's playing the role. And according to What's the Dirt, without getting into the nitty gritty of it,
right.
Drake losing the Kendrick battle.
Don't do this.
Was something he knew would happen.
See, this is
it doesn't about to, but the way What's the Dirt be breaking this down?
I understand.
Bro, he's breaking it down like Drake.
Okay, but I need you to So he knew
Drake knew this would happen.
Yes,
but he had to do it
to
play along with the plan, so then he could uncover the music executives that he all along knew were out against him. And What's the Dirt has thrown out the idea. He's pontificated.
Of course.
That one of Drake's whistleblowers is a shareholder of Universal Music Group.
Whoa.
Is that the person that was high up in the mezzanine?
Yes. And they said that's why Drake comes in and he's talking to a person who's with the shareholders for a little bit.
Yes.
Then he goes down to be part of the show.
Yes.
Because the shareholders are above him and Lior.
Of course. Exactly. Yes.
Or sorry, Lucian.
Lucian, yes.
Grange.
Yeah.
He went about saying who owns this. It's some family in Italy who owns 28% of UMG, 10 cent from China. Shouts out 10 cent.
Yes.
One app to rule them all.
Dollar.
Oh, Jesus.
Ponima.
Oh, God.
10%. Let me tell you something, B. If he's right even about 70%.
So you'll put it at 70%. Okay. That's the number.
Because if it's 100%, Drake is Thanos. If
right.
it's 100%, Drake is Thanos.
He's Thanos. He's Vince McMahon. He's
John the Baptist. He's Paul.
Like he's Moses.
Bro, okay, I'll put it to you this way. If What's the Dirt is 100% right.
Let's give him a 95. So no one's perfect.
About his play of the music business, about all that.
95%.
It would be more shocking
than Michael Jackson and Prince doing a song together.
It'd be more shocking than the Montreal Screwjob when they took Bret Hart's title. With Vince standing there and getting spit in the face.
Because you're now talking about fourth wall breaking and like serious implications outside
and
of
everybody knowing that this is not right. This is not a work. This is
right.
Something went wrong here.
So if that's what you're saying,
Drake is saying he's at like some next level tier of music. Drake's like, I'm beyond being an artist. the through line, again, I'm being the through line. Everybody watch The Dirt. I don't want to ruin his content because I think he does an amazing job and only he has the time to do this. He's talking about the palaces and what they all mean and the artwork and it's Italy and this artist is being played here for this reason and this is what she did in her time. If he's right, Drake many, many years ago looked at the music business and said, for generations, artists have generated billions of dollars for labels and never went to the label for their piece of the pie.
Which
there's parallels of, he says, like the Michelangelo family, Leonardo da Vinci, they were paid for their work. But when their artwork now sits in these museums,
and that value,
their families get none of the money.
Exactly.
The money goes to the museum hosting the work.
Correct. But that's not fair.
And what they're saying is that Drake channeling
the
spirit of every artist ever that has work that would live in a timeless milieu.
Yeah.
When he realized his credit to the music game wanted a piece. And in him wanting a piece, they concocted a scheme of a battle that would lower his value, so he would not be profitable enough to ask for
even
a piece.
ask for exactly right.
And he has then allowed himself to be there, thinking they would win, put forward a lawsuit, and the cherry on top is an album that will lay waste to the vestige of the music industry.
Wow!
Look. If any of that is correct, it'd be nuts.
You know,
wow, that is.
You know, the funny thing is, I think more people see. I'm inclined to think that this is possible, right? But there's two things that's happening that's crazy. It's like, one, he is putting. I'm not saying he can't deliver, but he is putting an unbelievable amount of pressure on this album. On this album, particularly, like the album.
I need Iceman to be great. I've never needed that in a long time.
Like the album itself. Forget about anticipation pressure. I mean that it's got to be the quote unquote nuclear bomb. It's got to be the red button that he had been teasing everybody for a while, and then people were like, "Where was that red button?" They shot one of those songs.
If Drake's album drop and an executive at one of the 4 major labels doesn't resign, it's a letdown.
Like that's what I'm saying. It's got to be. It's literally got to. It's crazy. That's what I'm saying. The pressure is crazy because it's got to be. It's got to be bigger than hip hop, bigger than music.
Yeah,
where something like that happens.
Yeah,
but at the same time, the music got to be fucking fire too.
Amazing. We all have to love it.
Like the music itself, it's got to do two things.
It has to be good for the streets and send a message in the boardroom.
Yeah, at the same time. That is crazy. And you know what? I think a lot of people would fall into line more of this
concept and idea.
Of this idea of Drake is trying to unravel the curtain back there.
Yeah.
If and I could see why he wouldn't if I follow Dirt's ideology, but if he hinted at sitting down with somebody in on a show that is more of the culture. It doesn't even have to be the culture of hip hop, but the culture of music, the culture of like, I just feel like not him like breaking down all his ideas. It's not that's what I mean. Right. But just starting to sit down with people, you know what I mean, where you're like, Drake's sitting with this guy.
Yeah.
He's sitting with this guy. Wait, what is he? Is he telling him stuff that he knows already? Or is he gonna get Hove involved?
I'll go to sequencing though.
Is he? I know. That's why.
I'll go to sequencing.
That's what I'm. That's
now. I'll respond to your point and say, if he's out spooling what would now be a multiple year long plan.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. This is because this is going
while
on
also
2 years
still
now.
needing to deliver his last album to the label, but trying to deliver a death blow.
Yeah.
I can't give any interviews that let you know anything. I have to let the rumors run amok. I have to let all these things, because when I do my step, it must be complete.
I agree, and I think, like I said, I talked to you about it the other day,
and they didn't settle. So now we have to think: did he think suing them would be the thing? Or did he think he knew, I'm going to sue, you won't settle, so now we got to do this other thing?
Exactly. He knew. Yeah.
That's what you have to think about.
Yes, exactly.
And all the people listed in this lawsuit, he wants to talk to a lot of people.
People that you wouldn't even expect. Like
he wants a contract for the head of Interscope.
Yeah.
I want to know what's in his I want to know why he gets paid. I want to know if I'm part of how he gets paid. Do you know how much balls you need to have as an artist to say that?
Yeah.
Because there's millions of artists around the world, and millions of artists, they'd laugh and say, "You think you're in my paperwork? You're nothing."
Yeah,
they would say this to a lot.
It's and you know,
and they won't settle with this guy.
And and the thing that is so interesting, because let's be honest, I think the concept of What's the Dirt alluding to Drake knowing that the Not Like Us thing was going to come to pass
from a shareholder. That's the part that got me.
Right? So that this entire thing can happen. It's ironic because if the Not Like Us thing didn't happen and it was just all the other stuff, the court of public opinion would be 100% on Drake's side about this. Like they would be like, it wouldn't just be Drake fans being like, yo, we want to get to the bottom of this because of Not Like Us and this and that. But like regular music industry people who've always felt that the industry has been doing this, fans of music in general would all be championing this. So it's almost like he's being a martyr. If it's true, it's like he knew he had to do this so that it could get to this because that's the only way. But the irony is that he would have more people because right now people are confused. I'm confused about.
I want to explain something to you.
I'm confused about the lawsuit and
I
everything.
Agree with you there, but I'm in a business right now. You guys know what I'm facing, right? Right, in terms of everything. You want adoration, you want the love, you want the public, but they're your biggest enemy.
Exactly.
You and your small team have to know what you're doing because at the end of the day, every client, every music fan, they just want it fixed.
Yeah, exactly.
They don't want to know how you're doing it. They don't want to know the dark places. They don't need to know the struggles and the sacrifices you're making
you're getting it done.
to get through. They need to know when it's done. And as much as you might think, and I made this mistake early on where you think, hey, if I tell people what I'm doing, they'll understand and it'll give me more time. They'll understand it'll give me more understanding. Or they'll understand it gives you nothing.
Understanding is overrated sometimes.
It gives you nothing.
For people. I said that.
It gives you nothing. So if you're in a crisis.
I got to learn to be better with that.
If you're in a crisis, the hardest thing to know is, especially as an artist, they don't care.
I know
because it doesn't.
I'm learning this every day, guys.
Fix it. And if you exist in a moment where you sit and think, yo, to fix this problem or to unravel this plan, it's going to take me 3 years. You know it ahead of time. It's going to take me 3 years. Or I think it'll take me a year, but I don't know. Or whatever that horizon is.
Correct.
I want you to know that both your fans, your supporters, or the people that are not your partners have no appetite to live with something that don't take 3 years to because they didn't lock in with you like that. That's not what they're here for.
Right. Yeah.
So the hardest thing, that's why I'm saying if he's 70% right,
it's like exuberant. Yeah,
it would be an object lesson. I'd come here and talk about it because you know how hard it is to be Drake. Imagine you're Drake, and if you're unspooling a plan now years in the making, and you had to sit and hear people say things about you
that were just so insane,
that were just off, and understand that it's misinformed, it's miscommunicated. Have friends that you thought were on your side also join those opinions.
Yeah.
Criticize you for your silence when your silence is what you're doing to save yourself.
Well, I mean, you know, and the thing is, if people want to ask, like in not in closing, but in encapsulating this conversation, if people want to say, well, how long do you think that these plans were in the makings? I would revert back to one of our other clips that were fairly successful on TikTok when we were talking about the major distribution. And that's from Her Loss. And that's 2022. So at earliest, this potentially could have been happening since 2022 because he was already talking crazy on this album. Bro, and that's 2022
was that for all the dogs when he says you Google who the CEO of Universal
exactly,
but that must be wrong? Like, bro, it's been on his head.
But 2022 is really early in this conversation. And maybe the entire operation didn't start at 2022, but he definitely started thinking about whatever it was because he's talking absolutely diabolical and breaking, and I said it, breaking the fourth wall on this album, on that song, telling people things that they did not know about the industry. So if this is a long play, a long work, the earliest that I could put it at is 2022, and that's a long time in the music business.
Well, it's in everything. And I think I would say this. Every industry, every business has things that the consumers of that business would never know or understand.
Of course.
About how that business gets done.
Yeah, exactly.
And the better or bigger you're doing at it is the less they'll understand about what's going on.
Yes.
Because it just becomes so unapproachable.
Correct.
And what I try to explain to people is, look, we all make music. You know, you go to a bar and, you know, you collect your... I think the most money I ever made for a show, most money I ever took home was like $3,000 or something like that. I made $3,000 for a show. Good. You know, you get a bar tab, people came in, tickets, blah, blah, blah. Split with the bar. $3,000. And I don't understand anything about the music business because Drake, when he goes out and he does his version of a show.
Yeah.
Somebody's coming back to him with $5 million profit.
Yeah.
Especially after we learned that he owns all the
rigs and equipment that they use for their
$5 million.
Spending money on the show like that.
Yeah.
Drake will do a tour,
Multiply
which we
that,
all have tried to do.
multiply that by 30.
And it'll net him. He'll think this is an $80 million profit decision for me.
Yeah.
There's things about that business we will never. It's not 3,000 times, guys.
Yes,
so,
exactly.
So when you look at it from that perspective,
Yeah.
I'm so looking forward to this album because I'm about to see if this guy's a genius or not.
Well, and that's one of the things. He's like, I forget what movie it is. Is it Gene Hackman? Rest in peace.
Enemy of the State.
Enemy of the State, where you said
you're either incredibly smart or incredibly stupid.
Yeah, Enemy of the State.
That is it's the only.
That's also one of my favorite movies.
1,000%.
Will Smith,
1,000%.
Gene.
For those who haven't seen that movie,
that movie is so prevalent today.
I'm watching a show called
that's so prevalent today.
that Jonathan Nolan directed.
Person of Interest.
Person of Interest.
I'm gonna watch
and
it.
It's giving those vibes of Enemy of the State. Like 1,000%.
Who's gonna monitor them? Monitor every monitor.
Yeah,
and that's the question. And I have the answer now. It's AI.
Facts.
But speaking of music, because this is an important discussion. So I don't know if you guys saw and off the heels of the .air conversation.
We don't wear heels,
right? There was talks about Kendrick potentially headlining Coachella.
Oh.
No, Coachella. There was actually, I saw things that were talking about that. But
Coachella that's coming right in the next one?
Yes. But he is not going to.
No, we saw the names.
Justin Bieber is one of them. Mm-hmm. And this is a big deal because this is the first time
on it.
Yes, he is. Yes. And Clips is on it as well.
DaVito and Clips.
And Clips, yeah. A bunch of people.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
I like that.
Justin Bieber is the first artist to book a major headlining position
without a booking agent. I know.
You know. So how did you feel?
His name is Justin Bieber. He's the booking agent.
Justin Bieber. I am a booking agent.
But it hasn't been done.
I know it hasn't been done. I agree.
The $10 million. No, not you agree. It is what it is.
No, I'm saying that is a big deal. I agree. That is a big deal.
I don't think it's a big deal. No, because
it is because the money.
You took the same out of it.
Because what was who was the football player that got a big bag? Without his agent, he got it with his mom, Lamar. So
Lamar Jackson has no agent, self-represented. They have a lawyer to say, "Hey, don't sign this."
So I'm sure Bieber has a lawyer too. So I'm saying that is a big deal to get it that big of a bag without an agent. It's fucking incredible.
That's
Shouts out to Lamar, by the way, because they were trying to cut him for that. They say, "Oh, his deal wasn't."
I know they shitted on his whole. They shit on black quarterbacks. We know that. You know they don't respect black quarterbacks.
$55 million. I'm pretty sure Lamar.
But he's gonna have to win soon, or else.
They're gonna kill him.
Speaking of tours, so I'll move on from the Justin Bieber one. NBA Youngboy. You're familiar with him?
Why would I be the one not familiar with NBA Youngboy?
Because
why did you look at him like that?
I have to ask because sometimes because I understand that you have a disassociation with music, and I don't want to just assume you know everything that I know.
You have a disassociation with music?
Yes,
I love NBA Youngboy.
You just finished bashing the last 5 years of hip hop, and that is down. So I can't assume
that's
anything.
That's me disassociated, or that's me engaged and disappointed.
Well, to be honest, to be fair,
combination of both.
To be fair, he can't wear a Billie Holiday shirt and be disassociated with music. That's crazy.
Okay, hip hop then.
No, but I
mean hip hop.
Hip hop.
Like, I don't know how connected you are to know, so I don't want to assume.
No, I know NBA. I like him. I like him a lot. I wish he'd stop having kids.
This guy doesn't even know Lotto.
Lottery.
She's bad though.
Yo, you don't know Lotto is sick.
So Youngboy, he's been involved in a lot of obviously legal trouble for a long time. He was at one point trapped in Utah on house arrest and like you said, having many children and things of that nature. But
more than Nick.
Yeah, well, they were going baby they were going baby for baby. Honestly, they were going baby on baby, and which is another conversation as well. But
baby.
But he eventually now, and also he was heavily on medicated drugs. Medicated drugs. What the fuck is medicated drugs?
I don't know.
He was on a lot of drugs. I guess I'm guessing lean and maybe some other things that had him very wild. But he had to get clean legally for his probation, and he's starting this tour.
He's on it already.
He is? So tell me more about it.
I don't know how many dates he's done, but he is already on the tour.
No, elaborate.
I've seen some clips.
Elaborate.
I've seen some clips of this guy on his tour, right?
And
the crowds is going absolutely binoculars. It's a packed house.
The YNs be outside?
They're heavy outside.
YNs outside.
They're heavily outside.
I love NBA Youngboy's music, but in everything I hear in his music, I know I could never go to none of his concerts.
Well, I mean, if it's at an arena, it's good.
I'm just not trying to do that.
All right. Okay.
Because he makes me want to get violent.
Oh yeah, well, people were. If you watch the clips of these,
they get violent. They get into it.
They're not getting violent like with each other, like causing actual problems. But they're wilding out. They're getting to it. They're getting sturdy. They're taking off the shirts. Some people.
Shouts out to him finally being on tour though, because I mean his career, considering the work he's put in musically, like obviously you hear NBA Youngboy, but those artists that just have a really, really, really difficult time getting out of the street life, that really is the inspiration behind the music they make that we love so much. It's really interesting. Because we will love what these artists are talking about and accept that it comes from a place of trauma.
Yeah.
And then wonder why they don't leave that trauma. When it's like all their boys are there, all their people are there. It's a crazy thing that we've forced young black men to monetize. But I'm happy that he's able to be on tour and doing this thing because, bro, those dudes, he's not one of those dudes where it's for fake at all. That dude be in the streets for real. He be in the streets for real.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, shout out to him doing this thing.
Was that what you were gonna say about him and his tour, or was there a particular thing about it?
So, what's here? Did you guys see but just before the Charlie Kirk situation, there was that situation with that Ukrainian girl that was that got murdered by that black sadistic deranged man on the train.
Mentally ill, should not have been outside. In my personal opinion, that's on me.
So
individual needed help. Individual.
Yeah. So DaBaby, did you see what DaBaby did? He had a song about saving her or something like that. But
he did.
Not only did he have a song, but he had a music video had clips of that situation.
Are you being serious?
In the video.
Is this his second time making a terrible media decision that could almost ruin his career?
Yeah,
I actually don't know what you're talking about. You're talking about DaBaby did this?
DaBaby had one time with I think he was talking about same sex living.
Yeah,
that one almost took him out.
That was at a festival.
Yeah, and now he's doing this.
So I'll play. I'm gonna put it up right now.
He made a song.
Yeah,
like I get be inspired, but like
it has been receiving a lot of backlash. Hold on, just gotta let this poker advertisement pass.
I never seen this.
Okay, my time. So here we go. This is how his video starts.
I never seen it. I never heard about this.
Dog,
it's upside down.
Dog.
Oh, Dog. The actual footage from the thing.
Why would he do this?
And it's on.
Oh my gosh! Why would he do this?
That's on YouTube.
It's on Twitter, but it's on YouTube right now. Yeah.
How could it be on YouTube if they're?
Well, they don't show the thing they cut from.
He just doesn't monetize it, and so not only does he do that, but then he enacts. If you see here, he's acting like he's on the bus, and then he has someone playing her and playing him. So you're an artist. You're an artist. How do you feel about this? And I think eventually the end of it. Look, he has a guy. He literally has a guy. Let me see. Is it past? Because I'm not going to play the volume, but he has a guy that is dressed up as the man as well. And look, it has look.
What is that?
That's the guy. The guy with the dreads. Look, he has him.
I'm not with this.
So
I'm not with this. This is tasteless to me. I'm not with this one.
So you're an artist
doing the record short.
Put yourself in this position.
I'm not with this one.
Put yourself in this position. What would you?
But it's artistic expression. He's allowed to do this, by the way. He's allowed. I believe in artistic expression. He's allowed. I'm not criticizing his right to do this.
I'm
just not with it.
So tell me the parts, because some people won't understand, because when you think about hip hop and you think about a lot of the derogatory things that people have said and done in the name of hip hop, that's where But this is something that you would consider is not necessarily derogatory. But I want you to explain to people why you feel like it is, because this is insane.
I'm not saying derogatory. It's just
there's so many wrong things about it.
It's not wavy for me.
So OShauN, if you're an artist, active artist right now, what do you think about this? And what would you do differently if you were to do this?
Without me consuming much of this, just go off of what you're saying.
Okay, I'll play some of the audio.
No, but not the sound.
He's like, I'll help you.
I'm talking about the video. Choir. He's talking.
I'm talking about the video.
Okay.
Yeah, my big commentary is on the video. The record could be fire.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like I think just off of that, I wouldn't be using clips of actually what happened and mixing it in with, you know, my made up part about it. That part is much. But like you said, like sometimes as an artist you're inspired by and you kind of want to tell the story of, like, I feel like Joyner, I would want to know how Joyner would do such a thing like this.
If he wasn't in bed with Maya, he would have probably did this already. But yeah.
What do you mean? That was a music video.
Yeah, but he's not even thinking about these type of things. Everyone keeps saying they want to know his perspective on things.
No, I'm saying if he did. No, I'm just saying because he's the guy that we know today that does the storyteller of like something that happened or a story,
or like a Childish Gambino back in the day doing that.
Yeah, like
because even This Is America, supreme commentary.
Yeah. But we're not using imagery. But they didn't use.
It's not rooted in
but they didn't use.
Specific.
Yeah, they didn't use real life. You know, footage
not
of people.
Pop culture imagery, but all the imagery in the This Is America is real.
I know, but that's what I'm saying.
But here's the thing.
But that would be different for this.
Yeah, and I'll say the problem. There's so many things wrong with this. First of all, using the real footage is absolutely tasteless, disgusting, sadistic. It's very morbid, but also
hold on.
Oh, so I'm saying something and you want me to hold on? Got it.
Oh, you didn't let him finish.
You keep interrupting me. You Charlemagne. Okay. You're Charlemagne. Okay. Got it.
You didn't let him finish.
Okay. Pause. I mean, if it was a film, would you feel the same way about using the real footage?
Here's the difference.
And then I'm going to let you go.
Here's the difference.
I paid for it.
This thing came out pretty quickly. If you want to compare when this happened to the video, I think time is one of my main issues with this because people just saw the real footage recently, and now you have an entire production.
How recently was this?
She got killed the week before Charlie. Charlie died last week.
Okay,
and this video out
same month.
And reenacted original footage, re-edited footage. Like I think
a face for the killer.
You understand what I'm saying? Like reenacting her final moments. I just think, and you know what? It speaks to where we are in music. It's like we have
music only.
Well, not music.
Well, no, because I'm just thinking about all the films that retcon 9/11 all types of different ways.
Was that 365 days after?
He's talking about time though.
No, but then
he's right about time.
I don't disagree about time, but time is not something that we are picking. Like that's not arbitrary. That's not a hard and fast rule.
If he did this a year later, you think everyone would be reacting the same way?
No,
exactly. So
that's on us, not him as the artist being inspired and wanting to do this now. Like I said, I defend his right. Like I'm not saying that I'm never going to take a position that something that an artist did was wrong. I'm going if it wasn't inciting hate or overtly racist or prejudice, I'm not going to say anything an artist did was wrong. I'm always going to stand on the side of that just wasn't for me. But you have a right as an artist to do anything because I look at, for example, one of my favorite movies is a film called Zero Dark 30, which is talking about the SEAL team that kills Osama bin Laden. Mm-hmm. One of the big hooks of that film is the final sequence where they kill Osama bin Laden is shot in real time. So the time of the raid is the time of that sequence. I take that as an amazing hook. I have no idea how people who may be on the other side of politics, I'm going to say politics, feel about a movie that essentially profited off of the idea that this SEAL team was able to complete this assassination in 35 minutes. So I'm never going to go and, right, wrong. But I'm going to say, that's just not wavy for me. That's where I'm at with it. But I don't think we could say, he did it too soon. Because when it's too soon or when it's too late?
Well, you're an artist. Would you have done it in that time frame?
When it's too late is
3 weeks ago.
It's too late is when you're dead and you can't make music.
I don't think so. We make slavery. Antebellum slave films ran my 90s life. Every year a slave movie came out. Nobody ever said it's too late to tell these stories. I personally, as an individual, said, I'm not doing these no more.
Doing what?
I was good on the slave movies a couple years ago. I told everybody I saw 12 Years a Slave and I said, okay, this is my last one.
Why?
He doesn't want to see any more slave movies for at least 12 years.
No, I'll just go without him after that. I didn't need to keep seeing that.
I get it, but
and I used to love seeing them. I used to want to know.
It's not about love.
Not love, but I used to feel it was important.
When someone puts a good movie out, I want to watch it. I don't care what you're talking about.
You don't make decisions on if you can watch something again.
Again?
Yeah.
Depending on who's what's happening. What's the concept? I go to every movie as a completely blank slate. Like, do I want to watch that? Not, I watched 10 car movies. I'm not going to watch the next car movies. Like, no, let me see what this car movie is about. I might watch it.
Yeah.
Or I might not.
For me, again, 12 Years a Slave is an amazing film.
It was. It was.
Stephen King did an amazing job. Ejiofor did an amazing job. That's the film that gave us Lupita Nyong'o. Michael Fassbender did an amazing job. Benedict Cumberbatch in there did an amazing job. Everybody does an amazing job.
But it was mostly draining.
I finished watching it and I said, I cannot do this again.
I get it.
I cannot do this again. And I watched it one more time.
Oh, that's the problem.
Because I was with a woman who wasn't of my ethnicity. And we were having a conversation about race.
No.
And we were just having a discussion about important films or films that connected, like films that I thought were important. And I sat down with her and I watched 12 Years a Slave. And and I couldn't do that. That's interesting to you?
Yeah, watching 12 Years a Slave with someone.
Why? Let's do it. Why is it interesting because I watch it with my girl, or is it interesting because I watch it with a girl who's of my ethnicity?
Yeah. Because you already watched it, so you already know how it.
I thought it was important for. Okay. No, let's do it. No, I want to do it.
What do you want to do? I want to do it.
I don't believe in people that love black men but don't understand or investigate black culture or black history.
Oh no, that's fine. I could give you a.
So to me, if you rocking with me, you're gonna ask me some hard questions about why I feel the way I feel and why I see the world the way I see the world. We are gonna sit down and watch 12 Years a Slave.
I mean, listen,
because this did happen, and maybe from your milieu, you don't know that this happened.
That's different. Now we're talking about two different things.
Have you met two? Okay, I don't know your dating history.
I've never sat down.
I've met a lot of people that were not of my ethnicity that didn't really understand.
Oh yeah, I think a lot of them
depths and the reality.
I agree.
Because sometimes I have a lot of conversations with my friends about black anger, and it's like, yo, y'all seem angry. Yeah, like we're angry. It's for a reason. I'm not saying that we shouldn't, rise above it, but like when you exist under a historical context of some of these things, it does some stuff to your brain that you got to work your way through. I had this conversation with you back in high school. Bleep this name. I'm not going to say the name, but you know who I'm talking about when they ripped the stuff out the locker. Yeah. Bro, I was prejudiced for like 2 straight weeks because I like I like the wrong woman from a different ethnicity. I was also reading the autobiography of Malcolm X at the exact same time.
Yep.
And I saw how they was doing me and I got real upset.
1000%.
And I was 17 at the time. You know what I mean? So yeah, if we rocking and we're in our 20s and you say, hey, and I have some very strong views about where I'm from and my culture and what I believe in, but I also believe in the multiculturalism of the country I live in. But I'm not one of them dudes that like, you know what I'm saying? So why is it interesting to you that I watched that with my partner who wasn't of my ethnicity? What should we watch?
No, just say you're better than me.
Why? You wouldn't watch 12 Years a Slave with your partner if she wasn't of your ethnicity?
No.
Have you ever dated somebody outside of your ethnicity?
No.
I feel you. Have you?
Of course.
You lying. You went to Brock. Yo, this dude lying.
You said I wasn't in a relationship, not that I fucked.
I said dated, my bro. Have you ever dated somebody outside your ethnicity?
That's not what you said.
Have you ever felt like the responsibility of cultural linking?
I've seen the differences between people that have been cognizant and appreciative and understanding of the black experience and people who pretended that it didn't exist. So when you date outside your color, you have to kind of be cognizant of how they react to things, and you can't put them in a position where you're putting them to the test. It's something you just have to pay attention to.
I don't think it's test, it's exposure.
I'm just saying I would have given her the movie to go watch. I don't know if I'm watching the movie with her. Especially if I already watched the movie. I don't know if I'm watching the movie again with her. Why? Because
you would give her homework? You're going to give her 12 years of homework?
Yeah. What? Wait. Yes. I've definitely given my white friends homework to go do.
I'm talking about your lady though.
Yeah, I mean a girl that I was interested in, but we didn't date.
No, I understand. But I'm talking about somebody you trying to rock. Okay, for example, one time my family had.
I don't want to sit with a white person watching 12 Years of Slavery. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be honest. This is me.
All right. So when I went to watch that movie with my family, right, there was a woman who was there with her partner. The partner was white. She was black. Bro, and they left. And I never forgot this. They left. And obviously, it's a hard movie to watch. Anybody who's seen it's a hard movie to watch.
Yeah, it's hard to watch by yourself.
They're leaving, let alone. And I heard her say to him, "Just don't talk to me for like 30 seconds." Because he was trying to have because he was trying to do the thing, which I'm not against him doing the thing of like I didn't know, and she had a moment of like, yo, just give me
that's my
30 seconds.
That's what I'm saying.
All right,
I might need 30 days. I don't know what you're telling me about. Like I start looking might start looking at her dad and her brother differently.
Yeah, because you feel the energy.
Yeah, because I'm just like.
But then like you got to get past that if you want to date multiculturally, don't you?
Yeah, but we're talking about 12 Years a Slave.
It's specifically 12 years.
Yeah, I mean,
all right, I'll tell you. I'll give you one. I'll throw you one. And tell me if you're right. Tell me if this is cool. I went to watch 42 one time with my family.
Mm-hmm.
A girl I was messing with at the time. Hey, what are you about to do? Oh, we about to go watch 42. What's that about? Oh, it's about Jackie Robinson. Who's Jackie Robinson? Oh, that's the dude who broke the color barrier in baseball.
Yeah.
Oh, like, what does that mean? Oh, he was like the first black guy to play Major League Baseball for the Brooklyn Dodgers. We're gonna go watch
in that league.
In that league. In Major League Baseball, there was a Negro league. Obviously.
I mean, but she probably definitely doesn't know that.
She did it. So shouts out Jackie Robinson.
Yeah.
I went to the film with my family. You know, all the things that happened. I come back home. Hey, baby, back from the movie. She goes, I spent the past 3 hours just Googling Jackie Robinson. Wow. And I just can't believe everything he went through.
Wow.
I am so shocked. Why are people like that?
That's a good girl.
What would you have felt if your girl said that to you?
I said, let's go watch the movie.
You said, let's go watch it, right?
Yeah.
Okay then.
Because
she's expressing an interest.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I said there's a couple people that are like, why? Or she didn't know? No, sometimes they don't know. I don't think that ignorance. If you don't know and you saying, bro, like I read that and that stuff is nuts to me, I understand why the white families aren't reading up on the Jackie Robinson story.
A lot of white families are not teaching their white kids about the history that their ancestors did to the people that they're going to see at school. A lot of them don't know that. So,
okay, but should we... let me ask you a question. I know we're veered way off.
I know, way off. Way off.
Should we, as a culture, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are we doing
hip-hop culture?
Just as a culture, as a black culture.
Oh.
How helpful is it to continue to talk about slave narratives?
Well, according to Trump, we've got to remove all slave things out of the museums and out of every
I disagree with that. I'm talking about you as a parent in terms of how you want to shape your child's mind and their perception of what they can conquer and achieve in this world.
It should be told.
I believe it should be told. Is there a balance of that, though?
Between that and
what? Okay, my issue with why I stopped watching the antebellum South slave movies is I started to realize that those were the only movies Hollywood was greenlighting.
How many new ones have come up after 12 years of slavery? What?
Not many, but because
I don't think there's any after that.
No, but I think a lot of people started to feel how I felt and said, I'm not doing this no more.
And Hollywood didn't greenlight anymore. So you guys happy? You guys won.
They gave Will Smith Emancipation a couple years ago.
Oh man, that was during the pandemic. They put on Apple. Like, come on,
it doesn't exist.
I'm just saying that's not like one of those. Have we seen one since the theaters opened up?
Like an antebellum joint?
Yeah, like I haven't seen shit about that.
Am I crazy in thinking that there was a lot of those when we were younger though?
Yeah, but they stopped.
Okay, so here's some notable post 2013 slavery films: Freedom in 2014.
What's Freedom?
A story of a pre-Civil War black family escaping slavery via the Underground Railroad.
Guess we have
Free State of Jones, 2016.
Yes, that's Matthew McConaughey. I've seen that one. That's a good movie.
The Birth of a Nation, 2016.
Terrible film.
The North Star, 2016.
Harriet. I don't know that. Harriet was great. Harriet was a great movie.
Emperor, 2020.
I don't know what that is.
Antebellum, 2020. A horror.
What?
A thriller horror story that uses the same plantation setting as a central element. Emancipation. Will Smith. Sons and Daughters of Thunder.
What?
It's a docudrama about a debate over slavery.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Oh, what else? See, there's not been much.
So they stopped doing it as much.
Yeah, 12 years is when it gave him the Oscar, and then that was it, right?
He didn't win the Oscar that year.
What? Didn't the movie win the Oscar?
No.
It won something.
It didn't win anything that year.
Stop.
It won the writing. The writer for that.
Okay, I was about to say it won. It won something for the
lost
film.
That year to I think that was Leo's year when Leo won his award. Either
the one that he shouldn't have got.
Matthew McConaughey won that award.
The one he shouldn't have got.
I remember seeing 12 Years a Slave, and this is the greatest acting performance I've ever seen in my life.
I'm gonna go watch it again.
I'm also wrong. Lupita won supporting actor for that year.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, I'm wrong. I'm wrong about a lot of things I've said today.
All right,
I'm gonna watch it again because I don't remember.
You're gonna watch 12 Years a Slave?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's okay. But skip it.
No.
Bro, it's like I don't even know how to describe to people how hard of a watch.
It is a hard watch, but it's good. But it's such a good acting, man. Man.
But do you need that?
Yeah.
It's good time.
Like, okay, I'll be real with you.
That's my thing.
I watched it with my lady.
I look past that.
And we talked and stuff. I was angry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I was upset.
Yeah, I was angry after I watched
it. Wasn't her fault.
Yo, listen, when I worked up in none of it, then working with all the white people. Yeah. You know what movie was on? You know what? This guy's playing footsies with me. You know what what movie was on in the lounge room where all the white people were chilling, and I'm talking about like white.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about Luka Doncic, and I'm not talking about
Slavic.
I'm not talking about like the white. You know what movies on there? Django.
What a choice.
And they were watching.
Good movie though.
And they were watching, like, I was uncomfortable. I'll be honest. And I'm one of the few. Because the way he was fucking up white people, them white people didn't seem too pleased about that. I'm just looking at them like, damn, boy. Like, it was fucking. Yo, it was in the. I'm in the boonies, bro. No homies to help. Nah, if there was, I'm just like, yo, it was crazy.
Let me ask you a question. Wow. A couple years ago, it's the movie for which our homeboy won his Oscar, Daniel Kaluuya. About Fred Hampton.
Yeah.
The Black Panther Party.
Why do I not remember what the movie's called? Free something? So, wasn't that
the Black Messiah?
Watch
Judas
Black Messiah. Yeah, Judas. Yeah, the Black Messiah.
Judas and the Black Messiah.
Yeah.
I thought that movie was incredible.
It was incredible.
But again, even those, I have a hard time with.
Oh, come on. We're not doing this.
All right.
Well, I mean, you're allowed to feel both ways.
No,
you're allowed to not feel.
I watched the whole thing, and without during COVID, I got my family together. We watched it. I don't think these things aren't important, but I'm allowed to say that at some point it's like, what is the balance?
We can't but we can't just keep watching The Godfather and fucking.
I'm not saying I just want to watch The Godfather
and fucking Free Willy and all this bullshit.
No, bro. Okay, I'll put it to you to say I read the book cast. I did not watch the movie.
Well, you read the book, so that's good enough.
Yeah.
You did. Yeah, you did the better job for sure. Yeah.
But anyway, sorry. Back to the center. I just thought it was interesting.
No, it's
what your comment was that like I'm some sort of hero for watching.
No, it's good.
If you get with me, at the end of the day, if you get with me, I'm black.
I think I got to be married to you.
I think you enjoy blackness if you get with me. I'm black.
You know how they say that.
So I'm not going to change any of the things I do as a black man, regardless of who you are as a woman. If I do that, I'm not being genuine.
Yeah,
I would watch 12 Years a Slave with my woman. Period.
Yeah, my wife.
Because of how I. All right.
Yeah, I gotta watch it again to know. Yeah, to really.
It's tough.
Get. Yeah.
The Book of Negroes is tough.
Is that what it's based on?
No.
But that's
based on 12 Years a Slave written by Solomon Northup.
But that's another. Oh, okay. But I'm saying that's another one.
Yeah. Book of Negroes on Halifax, bro.
Yes. Oh yes, that's the Canadian.
That's rough.
It's a Canadian.
It's rough.
That one was a rough one.
It's rough.
Studies on Africville. But that's my point. Stuff will make you angry.
But they want to pretend these things didn't exist so they can free nilly and laugh at and be like, it's all cool. We play basketball and fucking.
These things don't exist. I think the problem is that, generally speaking, politically and across the board, in North America, I think that the determination has been made that balancing the scales of the crimes committed against black and brown people to build this country is impossible.
Yes.
So we'd rather you guys ignore it. That's the sense I get.
And it's working because I feel like a lot of black people don't know about that.
Well, no, what I disagree
They don't know.
I agree with black people who say, do not take these stories as a sign that you could never overcome. I agree with these stories
teaching it wrong
but
if
you
they
could overcome. But I do not agree with the idea of, hey, we need to stop telling these stories. I think that is
and that's the problem. That they're hearing that and they're just saying, yeah, let's not tell the stories. Let's remove the items. Let's take them out of the museums.
Because they're worried. The problem is that you teach enough of these kids these stories while they are in, unfortunately, marginalized, underserved communities, in poverty, and you teach them these stories. They get angry. And I think that society's like, we'd like to try and prevent some of these angries. But that is not the solution. The solution is you have to teach it and now provide a bit of service and a bit of care and a bit of love for these individuals.
And little breaks.
Because again, look, man.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
Make more slave movies. As long as it's good acting and good actors.
I think a well-made movie always has.
That's the only thing I'm talking
about. Right?
I don't need a bullshit.
But dang, man. It's
rough.
I think that's the last hard one I remember. 12 Years a Slave was the last one where I was like, yeah.
Well, he named the list. That's the hardest.
Of that lot.
Yeah. I have to watch it to really, because I don't. Maybe it was so bad that it. No,
you got to watch it because that guy. Oh, come on, man. That's our Niger. That's our Niger.
That's our Niger. That one up, bro.
That's our Niger brother.
Actually, no. I think I remember more than that you said.
That's our Niger brother.
I think he's evil,
and I think it's not just the antebellum South. I think I want to be clear. It was also like the 60s, like the slavery movies. I was having a hard time with that.
No, I understand what you're saying.
It wasn't just antebellum South. It was 60s. Get out of my way, boy. You can't drink here, boy.
Yeah.
Some of those movies are having a hard. I was having a hard time with that.
The aftermath of slavery, like.
So you like Ryan Coogler's
which one? The Fruitvale one?
No, our latest film.
Sinners?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
That is,
because that's
that time period.
Yeah, but
what year was that movie based
the focus wasn't.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm just.
What year was that?
You know what I mean? Like, for example, like, when's the last time you watched Remember the Titans? I give Remember the Titans breaks in between watches.
Oh, man, it's been a long time. That's too hard for me, too.
Is Remember the Titans hard for you?
Yeah. Actually, you know what's more harder for me? A Time to Kill. You ever watch it?
Brother.
Okay.
Of course.
You want to see me cry?
Brother.
You want to see me cry?
Brother.
That?
Yeah,
if you want to make me cry, put on A Time to Kill or Lion King, the original cartoon.
One thing about A Time to Kill that I think is so interesting, which is a commentary on the human soul and spirit. Yeah. Again, you keep trying to hop in and we keep killing you.
No, The Sinners was based in 1932, Clarkson, Mississippi. So slavery is still going on. Slavery,
remember they were free when they're driving.
Yeah, because the more north you go, but
Orlando let us know it's still slave time.
So you're okay with those? See, when movies touch it, like bring pieces in.
I thought that we talked about it here. I thought the Delroy Lindo moment was beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
I'm happy the whole movie wasn't about that.
Oh, he would have. He would have made it more.
I know. Because also a Delroy Lindo movie about that would probably be incredible.
And you're not gonna watch it? I'm watching it if he's doing that.
He's gonna watch it at least once. It sounds like,
no,
and
then he's gonna watch it again with his girl.
I also go outside of my reality and accept that I want to promote and support Black filmmakers.
So what kind of films do you want to see?
Ever since Steven Spielberg made Amistad, and people said, I don't think Steven Spielberg should have been the one to make Amistad. I understood that Black filmmakers were going to be the ones that got given these opportunities.
Yeah.
And when you get let in, it's about what the studio wants to put money towards. So these are the movies that they were going to let them make. I understood that. You know, I understood that.
So basically, guys, Trivelle.
But Scorsese was able to get away with, I think, one Italian immigrant movie, Gangs in New York, and he was done after that.
Who did The Town?
Ben Affleck.
He did The Town?
He's a director.
Oh, he directed it too?
He's amazing.
Yeah, he's really
He's my favorite Batman. I don't care what you guys say.
More than Christian Bale?
Oh, yes.
I got you.
I love Christian Bale, but
Robert Pattinson ones, but I gotta see it.
That's really good. The movie is really good, actually. I'm gonna go rewatch it because I'm seeing clips of all it again. I'm like,
that's fine.
Yo, it's actually really good.
Yeah,
I don't know how they're gonna.
If you know what you're going in for, it's like a thriller, detective, slow burn movie. It's an amazing movie.
Yeah, like it's a good movie.
I'd say Christopher Nolan is a masterful director. Though
he's really amongst he's really amongst the high echelon.
Odyssey comes out next year.
It's gonna be a
beautiful place.
Did you guys see that clip of Carlton Banks?
The real Carlton Banks.
I'm sorry, Alfonso Riviero. That's Riviero. Speaking in New York at the Tunnel, you know that legendary hip hop spot in the Tunnel in New York, and he was talking with
his normal accent. People didn't realize that he's from Brooklyn and he's Trinidadian, and they think that how he's supposed to talk is Carlton Banks.
Carlton Banks and Fresh Prince. Yeah,
did you see that? Talk nothing like that, Trivelle.
So, you seen the clip, Trivelle?
I haven't.
It was.
He's like a Brooklyn nigga for real.
Hold on, let me see.
In Carlton outfit, but a Brooklyn nigga
you know
what I'm saying? We just out here, you know what I mean? I'm dead serious.
Fresh Prince Alfonso Riviero, what's going on, Big Daddy? Man, I'm chilling, you know, half the time. Being back in New York for a minute, so I had to step up. I know you're really from New York, you did the tap dance, and whatnot. Then Silver Spoons and some other spots. You used to did the Michael Jackson Pepsi commercials back in the day, right? Many years back, you know, now I know the youngin', you know, still small, but the show's going great, man. You know, we're getting good ratings still. We got picked up for next season, so we're gonna be coming back at least next year. You know, we do our thing. You know what I mean? So it's like we have a good time.
Word is born. That's all it. Word is born. Word out.
Like, would you have ever thought that was his normal speaking voice?
Absolutely.
Because you know the thing that people don't remember. I told him the other day. I'm like, remember that one episode when he pretended to be a gangster?
Yeah.
That's him. That's actually that's his normal talk. That he wasn't putting that on.
I also just
everything else isn't putting it on.
I also just be feeling like
that they're great
depending
actors.
but also when you operate in acting and you have to exist across. Black people are some of the most incredible people on the face of the planet because you exist across so many different cultural milieus.
Yeah.
And to be successful, Carlton got to be Alfonso. Sorry.
No, it's okay.
He got to be authentic to the people he was around.
Yeah.
And like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because you don't get anywhere without the support of your community for real.
Right.
There's that support that you get. And then once you do get over, you have to operate in a way where they keep you going, which is probably where he learned the Carlton shtick. But he's still Alfonso.
Yeah.
When him and Will were in between scenes, I'm sure he wasn't talking like Carlton.
He was definitely not talking like
Talking like Alfonso.
Yeah. And you ever saw the clips of him talking about how he got typecasted and not able to obviously
extend his career?
Which the irony is that that's not even how he was like.
No.
And that's what.
But a lot of actors, like I always say, I'm going to ruin my life. A lot of actors would love to have their careers ruined by a character like Carlton that pays you in syndication for the rest of your natural days.
Does he get money in syndication?
I think so. The Friends people.
If you do,
I know Friends.
That's if you do the right. You got to do the right. You got to do the right. But
it ran for enough seasons that 100%. All of those actors read up and said, "Yo, I want my bread."
Yeah, he's not a.
All of those actors read up and said, "I want my."
And he got big money doing the hosting of the dancing and all that stuff, Dance with Stars and all that shit. Yeah. So who do you think this is? The one actress I know that got typecasted, stayed in it, and was happy with it her whole life is Topanga. That's one person I know.
Danielle Fisher or whatever.
She's one of the first white girls I was like,
hold on. Carlton said, sorry, Alfonso said he doesn't get any syndication money from the show. In interviews, he explained that many sitcom actors in the 1990s who weren't creators or producers, he was paid as a performer only and didn't secure residuals from syndication deals. He had mentioned that only Will Smith because if you remember at the end,
the producer said his name. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, that's it. So.
Why makes see when I learned that's when I understood why like so many different shows, like when there's like 10 episodes, 15, whatever, you start to see some of the main actors start getting producer credits at the end where I didn't see it before, and I'm like, oh, that's
trying to get their money right.
That's to get the money right later on. Because all of a sudden you're like, wait, what? I watch a show. What's the show that I watch with Zoe Saldana and all those guys?
Lioness,
and you see at the end like a bunch of those actors is at the end. It's like, oh yeah, they getting that. Oh, they making sure.
Like, if I'm a performer, if you're an actor and you go up, like, yeah, I'll start out as a performer, but if we have a hit, I want to get paid because they're so hard to get.
Yeah,
they're so hard to get. So,
wow, that's crazy. Yeah, I feel bad for him, but I mean,
I didn't know he wasn't getting Fresh Prince residuals. Wow.
Yeah, I don't know how much he. I don't know how much he made.
Will must be getting a check.
Oh,
right, because especially with streaming and stuff like that, they probably made him sign some.
And he's on Bel Air too. Will was executive producer on Bel Air. Yeah, retconning the same IP, and he didn't come with the show. Quincy's estate must be getting money too then from that.
Yes. From the reboot.
From the reboot, he has to.
You think so?
Doesn't Quincy own the original IP? Who owns the IP of the Fresh Prince? That's a character.
Quincy.
Somebody owns that IP.
Quincy's part of it. Then there's the two family members at the beginning. But then I think eventually it changed. Let's see.
Because think of all the shows that existed. Moesha can't get no reboot like that. Martin Show ain't get no reboot like that. So if you could run my IP again for, what was it, 6 seasons of Bel Air?
Oh, it's created by Andy Borowitz and Susan Borowitz.
Wow.
But I think eventually it was given up. I don't know how it works, but they were the creators, and then
it's a universal license to owners is still NBC Universal.
And then it's based on, because the story is based on Benny Medina. That's actually who the Fresh Prince story is the actual story is based on him, apparently. Wow. Something like that. Producers.
Yeah, you gotta check the first time.
For that spinoff is half Universal Television and half Will Smith, that Westbrook Studios.
Jeez. Money, B.
Profit, bro.
See, when the business right.
You saw. Oh, see, Jazz is lucky. Eh? He gets that residual for that song
for the theme. So yeah, the music.
So they get that. So he gets more than Carlton.
Alfonso. Yeah.
Carlton. Alfonso.
Yeah.
That's crazy. You saw the thing. You were kind of touching on this about
pause.
About the acquisition of what do you call it? The company, the movie company, the TV.
What?
Paramount.
The Paramount. Yes,
the other day.
So apparently there's more details to it now that I've received. I'm just trying to find. Okay, so if all things go well, this is something Isaac Hayes III, who's a great person, said if all things go as planned, Larry Ellison and his son, so another father-son duo, are on the verge of building one of the most powerful media empires in modern history through the Paramount Skydance. Their newly consolidated company, the Ellisons, already control Paramount Global, and now they're prepping bids to acquire Warner Bros. Discovery and TikTok's U.S. operations. This consolidation would place television, film, streaming, cable networks, gaming, and one of the most influential social media platforms under the control of a single family. Paramount / Paramount Skydance Holdings. You want to hear what they have? CBS, MTV, BET, VH1, Nickelodeon, Comedy Central, Showtime, Paramount Pictures, Paramount Plus, Pluto TV, Channel 5 UK, Network 10 Australia, Telefe Argentina, Chile Vision, and more. The Warner Bros. Discovery assets, Warner Bros. Pictures, New Line Cinema, Warner Bros. Television, DC Studios, HBO, Max, Discovery Channel, Food Channel, HGTV, TLC, Animal Planet, Cartoon Network, Adult Swim, CNN, TBS, TNT, True TV, Eurosport, Warner Bros. Games, and more. And this is the new one, TikTok US, because it's going to be going to them.
Because they've been on sale this whole time.
The most powerful short-form video platform in the country with full US data operations and community control. So the US operations is going to split from the Chinese, and then all the Americans. That yet, though? I know this was. It's almost done. Together, Paramount, Skydance, Warner Bros. And TikTok US will give them unprecedented influence. And for anyone who wants to know, they are both publicly supporters of the Republican current administration. It's pretty dangerous. It's a pretty dangerous proposition. What? Well, I mean, I don't know. What do you think, Trivelle? Because I'm not familiar with these things. What do you think about a father-son duo having that influence over that many IP across different formats?
Larry Ellison made his money with Oracle, which is softwares. Yeah. Larry Ellison's daughter is the founder of Annapurna Pictures. Do you remember Annapurna Pictures? Do you remember when you used to see that logo?
No. What does it look like? How do you spell it? Let me
Annapurna Pictures. Annapurna. P-U-R-N-A Pictures. Perna, I think. Pictures. Annapurna Pictures. I remember them because one of my favorite movies of all time from 2013, was produced by Annapurna Pictures.
That's one movie I never watched.
Sausage Party.
That's his daughter.
American Hustle. Zero Dark 30.
Yeah.
There you go.
I watched that.
They've been overrun by A24. A24, I think, has eaten up the Annapurna Pictures market share.
Yeah, they'll buy them soon.
But I more so make the Annapurna mention that's Larry Ellison's daughter.
Right.
And she started Annapurna in 2011. It just is a callback to the conversation we were having before about sequencing. Because this is a software guy.
It's back.
Who has slowly but surely, one, had to splash into content space. Then he acquires. He's getting his thumb wet. And it is a slow boa constrictor to the point where now that we're talking about it, we're saying it's too late.
Yeah, of course, because they're
10 years. A little too late.
Whether it's dangerous or not, whether it's right or not,
it doesn't matter now.
Once we start talking about it, it's because it's too late.
Because we know about it now.
It's just a little too late.
I'm just giving a tip of the cap to the sequencing play because I can track this from back to 2010. So this is 15 years.
Wow. And that's how deep you have to be thinking of these things.
This is 15 years ago. Because Paramount is a huge, that's why people always talk about legacy media and big brand names. And hey, sometimes I'm doing better than you and I have the big thing. But if you're one of those legacies, you're one of those legacy media moments, it changes things. What's going to be interesting is I want to know who's going to come in for CNN. That's going to happen soon.
Who's going to what?
Somebody's going to come in and buy CNN.
They're going to buy it from this Paramount Skydance.
Out of him. They're going to offer...
because CNN's under that banner already, right?
Yeah, he's under that banner.
I take it back.
He's taking it.
Which is kind of
why... I think he was trying to offload it, though.
Yeah, but my brother was saying, Gerald was saying that the messaging and stuff on CNN was kind of not being so left wing. It was kind of leaning more center and stuff like that. So maybe it's probably because of that. So they weren't necessarily jumping on, you know what I mean? Like
because they're so scared. I don't even want to talk about them. They're so scared.
Yeah, as they should be. because it's becoming a dystopian.
One side could do whatever they want, the other side's scared.
Yeah. But yeah, when I hear that, I hear sequencing, I hear the rollout of a plan, and by the time we are talking about this, he's already 10 years from now in terms of what he's thinking, and 5 years from now in terms of the deal he's signed.
Correct. Exactly. No, it has to be. That's the only thing that makes sense.
So shout out to the chess move. They're building a legacy, and again, not for nothing.
Yeah.
They're Murdochs, Rupert Murdoch. Family Feud just happened where they figured out who the successor of that media empire is.
Which is?
The oldest son, I think, won.
Okay.
The oldest son won. You're a Succession fan. Remember, Succession was based off of
that's biblical. So,
Yeah. But again, part of the reason why we do this, eyeballs is big business. Eyeballs is big business. You have the attention of people. You have both what they're going to think. You have what they're going to consume. You have what they're going to think is important. And when you think about billionaires operating at a level of wanting to gobble up a huge chunk of that, we sit here and we do a pre-show. Hey, what do we want to talk about?
Yeah.
And then we do it amongst ourselves for a show. Just imagine what that conversation's like for a guy who owns this much.
Yeah.
If you guys think it's just happening willy-nilly, you're wrong.
Sorry.
What he thinks is important, what he thinks matters, what he thinks you should know, is what's going to happen. I'm just saying it's too late. I agree with you. It is unhealthy because now across, think of all those verticals you just mentioned. One guy's family opinion,
father-son duo,
is going to be part of what it's not even sometimes what you talk about. It's what you don't. There's stuff that come up and we say, hey, we're not going to touch that.
Yeah.
He can choose that now. Across US TikTok
so much,
would be a thing.
It should be fun.
They have to download a new app, apparently. Like once the deal is through, they have to download the TikTok US app because all the data that China's been getting is all going to the American. They're like, no, that's the trade-off. They're receiving it and they get to disseminate what they want to do with all that stuff.
Yeah,
which is,
it's insane.
They have to. I don't wonder if we're gonna have to download a new app. Like I don't know.
They'll just update it. Maybe you have to click to update and then it'll change.
Yeah, but does Canada cut a deal with the US or do we still let China?
Because I don't know how that's gonna work. Are we gonna see the TikTok users from US? Like I don't know.
Is TikTok monetized? If you get TikTok users, that pay
in Canada?
Not for Canada, but US creators. Yeah, after a certain.
That's why they do. That's why people on TikTok do what they do.
Remember when they were threatening about it shutting down? A lot of people's livelihoods were in jeopardy.
You're right, they're making money on TikTok. Oh my god,
TikTok
beer
shop.
Money.
There's a lot of colognes, a lot of different products that
beer
sell
money on TikTok.
On TikTok shop, that people like. It's a whole marketplace. It's an entire ecosystem. It's connected to music. It's connected to fashion. Just things that people need for a daily survival and things like that. But
crazy to think about. Yeah. But here we are. Nonetheless, we move.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for tuning in to You Might Want to Sit Down for This.
Yes, indeed.
Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you in the next one. Hi there. Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to take a listen, to take a watch, to take a share, a like, comment, subscribe, follow to any of our pages for You Might Want to Sit Down for This. We really appreciate it, and we know that we're battling with all other forms of media, books, video games, other podcasts, talking with your spouse, talking with your girlfriend, talking with the law, talking with the police, talking with informants, staring at internets, looking at Twitter pages, looking at Instagram pages, enjoying the weather outside. But no matter what, you've stuck by us, and we appreciate that, and one day we will pay you back. Thank you. Godspeed. God bless. And if all else fails in life, remember one thing and one thing only.
This concludes our broadcast.
You might want to sit down for this.